at that point. When you're at the point where you're withdrawing profits. You understand?
I think this is the wrong one right here. It's too short.
Withdrawal. 1-0 withdrawal. It's like
I'm not talking to you, Juice.
You're not.
I'm on the live stream.
You're not emotional. You're not thinking about it. The process happens. When the process happens, you make the withdrawal. Lose track and be forgetting about withdrawals. So by the time they hit in the bank, it's like, oh shit, I forgot about that money.
I forgot about that money.
You just see bank deposits.
Bank deposits.
From withdrawals that you make. Because you're running it like it's a business.
Like it's a business.
There's no emotion behind it. It's like payroll.
It's like payroll.
That's how you know, and that's a benchmark for you to want to get to.
Yep.
That place where it's like your withdrawals is just like business as usual. It's not. I don't have to celebrate it. Like I don't gotta talk about it. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't have to celebrate it. I don't have to talk about it. All right, IG is live as well. Yep. So Instagram is up. Let me come over here and get this organized. So Facebook let me temporarily switch back to the classic mode, which I prefer, but I don't know how to stay on it. Like this, I don't know how to keep getting to that page where I can switch back, because then it's gonna put me back on the new one again, which I can't. I don't like it. It really gets on my nerves. I know it's kind of petty, but it's messing with my OCD. Messing with my OCD. All right, so let me go ahead and push this out real quick. When you guys come on, please make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Turn on the notifications. The little bell on YouTube. If you're coming on IG, make sure that you like and follow. Let me see. Y'all are funny. I see you talking about the live in the chat. Yo, y'all are hilarious. Everybody's like, yo, where's the live stream at? Well, it's here. I actually was recording a withdrawal video, so that's what the holdup was. Recorded one of those. Had a trade earlier today. It was kind of it was a partial fill, but not really. Like it still was a 5K trade. So I actually did that this morning and forgot to withdraw it because it's such a habit for me to, like, as soon as I trade, I withdraw the money. I literally was just saying that just now on 301 Mindset. As soon as I trade, I withdraw. So for whatever reason this morning I didn't do that. I think what happened is I took the trade and I went back to sleep. Like, I'm just being honest. I took the trade and then I laid back down. Like I laid back and went back to sleep and forgot to withdraw. So when I came back on just now before I did the live stream, I'm looking, I'm like, oh snap, I forgot to withdraw. Let me document this one too. And that's what I was doing. So I was recording the withdrawal video for that. And that's it. But you know, just like I was saying on 301 Mindset, for those of you that have been tuned into it, withdrawals are normal, man. You got to normalize this whole experience. You got to normalize the whole experience. Normalize the growth phase, like when you're building. Normalize it. When you start with that $100, normalize it. From day one, hide your balance. Hide your balance. Don't even show your balance. Don't show it. Start getting into your mental, you know what I mean? So that you're focused. You just need to be focused on the process and nothing else. You don't need to be looking at nothing else. You don't need to be thinking about nothing else. You don't need to be doing nothing else. Just focused on the process. That's it. And the process is going to lead you to want to know over and over again. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it, and that's what I'm conditioning you guys to do, because that's how you're going to make this happen. Like, all of this training and everything that we do is, you know, it's not in vain. This is all a part of your process along the journey that you're on. This is the journey that you're on. Like, it's a part of it. So you got to understand, like, this is a part of what you're doing. The whole thing. The whole thing. You overcoming your nonsense and your BS, you dealing with your BS, you dealing with old bad habits. All of that is a part of it. So you got to understand that you're accepting the fact that all of your BS has to be dealt with on the journey. That's a part of it. So you don't know what level of BS you have yet. Some of you were just discovering how much of it you got. Even some of you that been here for a while, you realizing like, damn, I'm still doing this. Focus. What happens is, another thing that I'm going to talk about, when you focus, your focus has to be strictly on whatever it is that you need to do. Like, it's not about what people collectively do or what individuals are doing in the group. Everyone is not going to do the same thing, but we are all following the same process. It is the same blueprint, yes, but the way that you actually execute everything yourself is yours. That's unique to you. So all of the things that I give you to use are tools, and then you figure out how to navigate with the tools that I'm giving you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it's a process, man. It's a process, learning the process. It's a process, developing the right habits to execute the process. It's like a series of processes. This is a part of your journey. It's part of it. So when you sign up for this, it's not like you signing up to learn how to trade. You signing up to make your way to freedom. That's gonna take however long it take, and whatever's involved in that is what it is. Period. You got to go through it. That's it. Oh, Mark, I don't know. I'm not sure how to do this or how to go through that. Only way to go through is to go through. That's it. So we're gonna just keep working, just working at it and cracking away at it until you have it. And then once you have it, you elevate with what you have, and you stay there. You see, then you can't. The reason that you keep elevating is because it's becoming less and less of the BS. It's not that it's new stuff coming. Everything you have is already there. You got 301 to repeat. You got 301 mindset on repeat. The foundation is laid already. It's in you. Now you're getting rid of the BS. It's becoming less and less BS. Less and less BS. And in the process of that, it looks like you're going up. In reality, your BS is going down. So because that's dropping it off from you, you're elevating. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could, like, that's probably one of the better ways I can explain it. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's why I want you to always remember that your process is what it is, and you got to go through it. You have to keep going. You know, sometimes you're going to get certain emotions that come up that make you feel like quitting and giving up. But you know that that's a part of it. Like, you got to understand that you're supposed to feel like that, because when you're right at the cusp of overcoming something, that's when it's the worst. The worst time is when you're about to overcome some bullshit. Period. That's going to be the worst experience that you have. When you right about to, You right about to break through. That's when it gets bad and it's like, yo, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm upset, I'm not getting it. I keep doing this. I'm still working on these habits. Why am I still doing this? Because you're about to break through it. It's supposed to do that. It's trying to survive. Y'all think that I'll be just making this stuff up? This is real. Your weaknesses is trying for dear life. They holding on. Keep suffocating the shit. That's it. That's it. Eventually, it's gone. You're not doing it anymore. And that's what's so amazing about the process is that you don't realize that happened. You understand? You don't even know what happened when it happens. You're not even going to know. You're just going to do it. All right. So anyway, you already know anytime Rant Man pops up, it's for a reason. So must have been a reason. All right. Let me come over to the chat, see where everybody's at real quick. And we'll get started with today's topic. Hold on. Again, y'all make sure that y'all like the video when y'all come on, please. All of that good stuff. Let's see who we got in here. Jelani's in the building. Stacy's here. Jay Carly's here. Melanie's in the building. Ashton. I see Hassan. Ozzy, what up? Maui Jeff. Jerry Brown. Max D. Don. David O, what up? Ken, what's happening? Ken, I'm gonna come back to that. I see your question. I see Lewis. All right, cool. All right, we good to go. All right, so let me see who's over here. Kalisha, what's up? Sadiq, what's up, man? I know, right? It's all good. He apologizing for that audio yesterday on 700. He was sounding like he was in a cave. He said the third world Wi-Fi. You sound like he was in Afghanistan somewhere with Bin Laden in them. Oh man, I'm just joking. All right, so let me come back to Ken's question. He did ask a question just now. Chess, what's happening? Sean J, what's going on? GB, what up? Ramon's in the building. All right, so let me see what Ken's first question was. He said, why do you say you should do maximum 2 trades a day or a week? Well, for me personally, that's my cutoff point in a day, 2 trades. I'm not doing more than that because, for one, there's no need to trade more than that. And 2, you want to develop discipline when you trade. It's like if the market is generous enough to give you 2 trades in a day, then you're waiting for the market to give you more trades. You know, like even one trade. Even one trade. It's better to be in a position where one trade is so big you don't even want to trade no more. It's like, oh shit. Like damn. You know, like for me, I'll use myself as an example. Took a trade today, 5K this morning. Now this is Tuesday. Like it's Tuesday now. So I'm not even, you see how I don't care about the rest of the week kind of? I'm not thinking about, oh man, I wonder if I'm gonna get another one. I hope I get another one. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I do or don't. Just the fact that I got one this morning is already like, wow, that's pretty good. I'm not stressed or under pressure in any way to trade. Now, mind you, that trade came as a result of the process. It's not like I said outright when I started, this morning and started observing the market, I'm getting a trade today. I didn't say that. All I did was what I normally do. Sit down, observe, and wait. So when you put yourself in position to allow the market to dictate when trades come to you, because the market through its behavior and environment is telling you when a good trade is going to come, you see, through its behavior and environment, not through the trade. Through its behavior and environment, the market leads you into a good trade, or I should say into a trade at a good time, into a trade at the right time, where you're fully confident when you take the trade. That's the key. It's not about, oh, well, how many trades am I getting each day? You know, what if I get 3 trades? You're doing the what if because you're already in trade mode. And you need to get out of trade mode. Don't think about trades. Think about the consistency of when you trade. Every time that you set out to trade, it needs to be a winning trade, profitable. That's it. So we're not here worrying about how many of them we get. We just want to know when we get a trade, when we're in a trade that is going to be profitable. The end. So that is the focus. The focus is not the number of trades. The focus is not, well, what should I do if I get 2? The reason that I cut it off at 2, that's an old habit of mine. That's not based on how I move now. That's an old habit. I'm going back to when I made a mental decision to stop taking more than 2 trades in a day. This was back when I used to trade way more frequently because I would be trading in various environments with different behaviors. I was able to trade that way, still am, but I don't want to. If I know that I'm doing all of these things, I know that the number of trades that come will be more because I'm doing more. You understand? If I'm doing more, it's going to be more. I want to do less. So now in my mind, what goes along with doing less is cutting off the number of trades. That's healthy for you to do. There's no need for you to be greedy. There's no need for that. So this put me in that position where I'm like, well, I'm not taking more than 2 trades in a day. Next thing you know what? I ain't taking more than 1 a day. And now I'm at 1 a day. Now listen to me. If I'm in position where that many trades come in a day, 1 a day is a lot of trades. Because it means that if you just make yourself available with what you do, you'll get a trade each day. That's 5 trades in a week. 6, if you count Sunday. Is 5 or 6 trades in a week enough? It's more than enough. So 2 a day is 12 trades. Is 12 trades enough? You already know what 30 trades can do for you. So why do you have to take 12 trades in a week? And I'm just posing this just to break it down so you understand psychologically how much added pressure you put on yourself when you get caught up in how many. Who even cares? You know, don't be greedy. 12 is a lot of trades in a week. 6 is a lot of trades in a week. 3 is a lot of trades in a week. 1 trade in a week. I've had 1 trade this week. 5K. Is that enough? You understand what I'm saying? So put yourself in that position where less is more. Now, you don't have to do that, but my question is, why not? Why wouldn't you rather do that? I would rather do it that way, personally. So that whole 2 trade a day, I'm not even taking 2 trades a day. I don't even do that. I might get 1. I might get 1 trade for the week. To be honest, if I don't do nothing else for the rest of the week, I'm good. Because I position myself that way. Does that make sense? Positioning yourself is bigger than how many trades you get. Which one makes more sense? So I'm just saying. That's what it is. Put yourself in position. And see, the thing about it is that you have a blueprint with TA to put yourself in position. And you know what that means. You know that the majority of it has to do with you working on your mindset. Because you're normalizing the process at the beginning instead of waiting until you get to 100 contracts to start trying to figure it out. No, figure it out with one contract. Matter of fact, figure it out before you even start trading. Before you even start taking trades, figure it out. You already need to be in the mental position. Minari, what's going on? All right, let me come in the comments real quick. So Ken, hopefully that answers that question. He said, I find the strikes are so close to each other. The timing, the trade is a difficult feat. It can switch on you without any notice. Can you trade the 5-minute binaries? It sounds like you do. Because if you trade the 5-minute binaries, I think you know what I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm going to say. If you trade the 5-minute binaries, you know what I'm going to tell you. Then he says, it's hard to know if trades are going to be winners until the binary ends. Not true. Not true. It's not hard. It's just a matter of knowing. It's a matter of what you know. Yeah. Yes, Ashton said your weaknesses are trying to survive. That is a fact. Like I came on with this already, on the vibration already. I came on with it. Yes, they call. He said, I see the vibe hit you today. Yes, it did. Don said, once you trade for a living by default, you start to trade less. For people trying to make that transition, there's an inclination to try and trade more. This is very true. And that's why you have to get out of the habit of doing that in the beginning. This is what I'm saying. Like, don't get into some type of a pattern or habit of doing what you're doing without having the mindset first in position already. You already have to have the mindset, the less is more mindset, the one at a time mindset, 1-0 forever mindset. That's what the 301 mindset is. That video, 301 mindset, you need to watch that every day. I keep telling you that. Every day I'm telling you that. There's a reason I'm telling you that. It's conditioning your mindset to accept what it is that the market does. It's conditioning you to submit to what the market is. The market is the king. It's not a question. You can't beat the market. You're not in charge. You're not the boss of the market. You don't tell the market what to do. The market tells you what it's doing, though. So when you submit to it, you become a boss. Said that yesterday. Market is the boss. When you submit to it, you become one too. See, my motto is you can't beat the market, so you have to join it. That's a fact. You can't beat it. You got to join it. Otherwise, you're going to get beat up by it. So if you want to keep getting beat up, you can keep doing what you're doing. Ramon said, Ken, Mark teaches to be confident in your trades, and that's when you follow his protocol, the trades come to you. Yes. Don said, like I always say, running up an account fast doesn't mean that you win it. Facts. Sadiq said the chat was quiet after permission. Oh, man. Paley says, so Mark, taking 2 a day was easy for you. And see, I don't even like to use the word easy. I like to use capable when you have the skill. It's what happens when you put yourself in the position to do it at a certain pace and a certain level. Like I knew what I was doing when I was taking more trades. I knew that I was in different environments. I knew that I would be trading when the market is doing different types of behavior, but I knew what the behaviors were. So I would be able to trade in whatever the behavior was that was presented at the time. But that requires a lot. Requires a lot. Not only does it require a lot, you have to have complete focus when you do that too. But I came to the realization that I don't need to do that. I don't got to do that. You know what? I don't even feel like taking as many trades. That's where it started. For me, it started with that. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have more time. I want more time to myself. I don't want to have to be worrying about if I'm going to get trades. So that was my thing. I valued the time more. And I'm like, well, let's rearrange this. I don't like all these trades I'm taking. I don't like the fact that I'm doing all this. And then not even to mention, I'm taking all these trades and recording them. So now people see the trades and they're like, wait, what'd you do right there? Now I gotta be bombarded with questions about what I'm doing. And I'm like, yo, I really don't feel like answering all of these questions all the time. Like for real. So it was burning me out. I'm like, it's mad questions y'all asking. And this is before you even start training. So by the time you come into training, I done already answered a bunch of questions about what I'm doing and you still didn't understand. So you had to come into training anyway. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, it's just too much. I need to slow down and just focus. And this way it'll be better for us collectively as a group because we'll be moving more in unison. I can't bring you up to my skill level like that. I can't do that. I'm not capable of doing that. I don't believe nobody is. Nobody can just make you become the equivalent of what they are. That's not possible. It's too many things involved in what's going on. Like even now, what I talk about more is the mindset. I talk more about my mindset than I do about my ability in the market. If y'all notice, I'm always talking about the mindset. Why am I doing that? Because that's why I'm able to execute the process. My mindset is conditioned. I'm programmed to think the way that I do. I'm not programmed to do certain things. I'm programmed to think how I think first. So now the doing is automatic. I don't even think about the doing part. Whoa. You see how that's why my mindset is bigger than you doing shit. You trying to do all the time. Oh, I'm just trying to get my trades. No, you need to try to get your mind right. What are we talking about? My money's right because my mind is right. Uh-oh. So work on the mind first. Don't worry about the money part. You worrying about the money part. That's why you ask trade questions. Oh, well, how many trades? Well, should I do this trade? Well, when I take this trade, market does that. When I'm in this trade, market is doing this. Oh, when it's too close to the strike, the market is doing that. Oh, when the market is slow, it pops. You asking all of these trade questions. You're in trade mode. I'm trying my best to get you out of trade mode. You got to get into mindset mode first. Mindset mode allows you to deal with the market first. You go from mindset mode into market mode, not mindset mode into trade mode. You have to get out of trade mode altogether. How you going to take a trade and understand what's happening when your mindset ain't right? You still asking a trade question. You take a trade and then ask a trade question about the trade. If you don't know the difference between what I'm saying about trade mode and market mode, your mindset definitely is not there. You can't even comprehend what I'm saying. But if you do understand the difference, now it's up to you to make the decision to allow your mindset to conform to submission to the market. Stop conforming to your setup. Up there, oh, there's my setup. You got to cut it out. This is the same thing over and over again, every day. The only difference between the day and yesterday is a different day. Today is October 20th. That's the only difference. It's crazy. Yes, 100%. It becomes natural. Kalisha said, yes. Sadiq said, I can imagine record plus watching. He said the IPs. The IP is crazy, but I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying right there. But yeah, but just basically recording, observing, then having discussions about what I'm doing. Like this is all the stuff that I used to be doing. This is all the stuff I still do. People still message me all the time, and I respond. People message me with detailed questions, and I respond to them because I'm really trying to give you the value. You wondering about what strategy I'm using? No, you need to worry about what mindset do I have. That's the money. The mindset is the bag. Come on, man. Ramon said quality over quantity any day. Facts. Facts. Janice, what's up? He said Mark on fire today. Damn, it got hot up in here. Ramon said he doing the quick glance. Most of the time was driving and talking with the clients. Wish I could quick glance while driving like you. Oh, Sadiq. Mo, what's happening? Ramon said greed would be a downfall, and the sooner you realize that, the faster you can go back and make quality trades. Yes. Mo said 1-0, one at a time. That's it. Ain't nothing else. It ain't nothing else. I ain't even get into the topic yet. Don, the market can be mentally stimulating or mentally draining. The choice is yours. Right. It's what you make it. Markets sound a lot like life, huh? Life is what you make it. The market is what you make it too. Come on, man. The market is a reflection of life. And it's just like how in life, if things are off and you're off balance, you're not in alignment. And when you're not in alignment, your life is all scattered and all over the place. And until you get to the bottom of that, it'll continue to be that. Because you don't have order and structure within your immediate environment. It's like what you're doing every day. And even bigger than that, how are you thinking every day? What you thinking about every day? What's your thought process? What's in your head? Like mental health is super important. And that's why if you don't have mental health, everything else is not healthy too. So you don't realize how important mindset is. Mindset is everything. Stop thinking mindset is on the back end. Mindset is at the forefront. Before you try to trade, you need your mindset to be right. You trying to trade with a messed up mindset. Where that work? It don't. The proof is that 99% of people don't make any money. Why? Their mind ain't right. Come on, man. Memphis Bleak said, I got my mind right, money right, ready for war. What that mean? I'm ready for war because my mind is right. Look at what he said first. He said, I got my mind right, money right. He didn't say, I got my money right, mind right. Come on. Listen, that's how you know that it's valid. It's like, oh shit, he said, I got my mind right, money right. So in other words, my money's right because my mind is right. What we talking about? All right. Ashton, like I said before, come to TA and let us brainwash you. For real. Pele, so Mark, your mindset led you to see correctly more than the process because that's how the process all started. You couldn't have found the discovery of market behavior without it. Facts. See, because the only thing that I had in my mind, and I told y'all this thousands of times, literally. The only thing I had in my mind was that I was going to observe the market. That was it. My whole mission in life was to stop everything and just look at the market, observe. So what am I really doing? What am I really doing? What I'm really doing is submitting to the market. Me making the decision to observe is submission. Crazy. Crazy. So now look at what happens. So if I'm submitting to the market and looking, you think the market might show me something? It's going to show me everything. So by me doing nothing, I begin to see everything. Be still. Know that I'm God. See, like certain things are just intertwined and they just make perfect sense. I always relate scriptures and stuff to what we do because it's the same. Be still and know that I'm God. What that mean? You learn everything by just sitting your ass down and being still. You busy and you trying to trade. That's not being still. That ain't being still. You're doing too much. All right. You know, y'all got to keep up. Ramon said, ask the questions after you have applied the protocol. Prior questions are coming from an older mentality of your perspective of the market. In TA, we all start fresh with a new mindset. So you come to TA is like being born again. And except you be born again, you cannot enter into. Let me relax. See, like so. It's not difficult understanding what I'm saying. It's really not. It's like it's hidden in plain sight. Like it is. Everything I'm talking about connects, but you have to start with submission. You got to stop trying to do everything yourself. You trying to like in your brain figure it out. Don't do that. The market already got everything figured out. You need to be in alignment with the market. You can only do that with the right mindset. Come on, man. You gotta be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Ozzy said, taking too many trades in a day is like two systems in your brain that are constantly fighting over control of your behavior. And sooner or later, that will lead to an error and you'll blow your account. Whoa. Come on, Ozzy.
I'm focused, man.
Come on, Ozzy. That was hard. Max D said, when you observe long enough, the market will generously reward you. And see, understand that the reward is not a trade. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Look, stay with me on this. The reward the market gives you is not a trade. Yo. The reward the market gives you is not the trade. It's the understanding. Yo, this is crazy today, man. I really hope y'all catch these today. Straight insanity. Insanity. Ken is asking, you have to spend a lot of time waiting for trades, so you don't have much free time because you can wait all day and there is none. We got plenty of free time because the process is simplified for observation. So we don't spend all day looking at the market. No, no, no. We don't spend all day looking at the market. That would defeat the purpose. Our process is simplified so that we don't have to do that. This is why TA is the best at what we do. Period. Yeah, definitely showing my age, right? Quoting Memp Bleak. Especially when you have to time the trades and everything falls in place. And you're not necessarily timing the trade. You're recognizing the market at the right time for there to be a trade. Excuse me. So it don't matter when that is. It doesn't matter when that is. That can be whenever the market decides that it is. And that's what the market is going to do. The market is going to be the thing that decides when, not you. Oh, I didn't get a trade. I've been looking all day. I literally can be in observation for 12 hours in a day. And out of that whole 12 hours, I looked at the market maybe a half hour in total. From the laptop or from the phone. And NADEX is so awesome that we have access to the platform either or. You can do it from your laptop, you can do it from your phone, don't matter. The process that you're using needs to be simple enough for you to apply the process without absorbing all your time all day. We have that. So everything that you're presenting as a problem is already there's already an existing solution for it. TA. TA is the solution to every problem that you're presenting right now. That you think is a problem, which really ain't a problem. Mo said, it doesn't matter what market, just as long as you know the behavior and have no fear. Fear is the great oppressor of all situations. Facts. And how do you overcome your fear? You got to suffocate your fear with the right mindset. 301 mindset. Like, you see how there's a solution. If every problem, we have the solution already. We're not trying to figure out the solutions. We are the solution. TA is the solution, period. It doesn't matter how many different ways you ask these questions. These questions come up every day. And you're not the first person to ask them. Same questions. Don, mindset is everything because it's primal how we react to any situation. It's a result of the mind. Everything around us is a result of mindset. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ramon, what a lot of time spent feels to you. For us, it represents freedom, since once we find that one or two trades that day, we're set for the week. Now, how that doesn't sound like freedom to you now. Right. Ashton said, I might have to start charging for these lives. He like, damn, you giving everything away. Jeez. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Ken is saying, Ramon, that sounds good if you look at it like that. Well, that's why you should look at it like that, Ken. Ramon, when you feel like you need to trade several times per day, or else you think that you're missing out on catching the bag, is what real slavery feels like, especially when your account goes back and forth. Whew. That's a dime right there. Yep. Sadiq said, stop. Book of Mark. Yeah. You see how the spirit be taking over. The vibe just takes over all the time, man. Paley said, being with TA is like getting baptized and releasing your BS. So only focus on what the market allows you to receive. Don said, only bad thing about freedom is I don't know what day it is half the time. That's all the time. I be finding out what day it is when I come on here and look at the date. That's how I know what day it is. When I said earlier, I was like, oh snap, it's Tuesday. And I took a trade this morning. Fell back to sleep. Freedom. And the thing now, mind you, and I'm not even like bringing this up to make it anything. I'm just saying this is what actually happened. I was in the bed when I took the trade. That's why I went right back to sleep, because I'm in the bed with the laptop sitting on my lap. Took the trade, went back to sleep. Didn't even mean to go back to sleep. I just laid back down, and next thing you know, I was knocked out. Because like I said, normally what I do is I withdraw as soon as I make a trade. Immediately. It's like a habit. Come on, man. Ken is asking, are you not timing it? You're not. See, again, Ken, you asking a trade question. What you're asking is, are you not timing the trade? No. No, we're not timing trades. There's a difference between you timing the trade and recognizing the right time to be in a trade. You understand what I'm saying? The market is not a trade. The market is the market. The trade is only what you make it if you're engaging in a trade at the right time. If you're in a good trade setup at the wrong time, you'll lose. You might win sometimes, and the ones you win, you're giving credit to it being a good trade. Oh, well, that was a good trade. That's why that one won. No, that was a trade that you call a good trade, but the market timing, there was something off about it. That's why you almost lost. When you recognize the right time in the market, there's no question as to whether or not the trade is going to win. Because everything that lines itself up for a winning trade, a profitable trade, is already in place at the right time. Position is in place. The intent of the movement, the continuity of the movement, if you're in that environment, the stability of the movement or the range, if you're in that environment, the commitment of the movement. These things are there already. Do you know what that looks like is the question. And if you can't thoroughly identify what that looks like in different environments, that's why you'll lose trades. That's how you can take these good trade setups that you get and you almost lost. Or you did lose and you're trying to figure out why you lost. You looking at the trade like, oh man, I should have waited a little longer. No, you shouldn't have even been in the trade. Because there was something about the market that was not right still. You see, that's the mentality that you have to shift into. That's you submitting to the market first. That's not you worrying about the trade. The more that you worry about trades, you're going to stay in the whole world 2 a day. 2 a day, 3 a day. Maybe I could do 4 a day. Well, Mark does 2 a day. I'm going to do 3 a day. You're not going to do anything except what the market allows you to do. We talking about winning trades. I don't know what kind of trades you might be referring to. I'm talking about trades that are profitable. Without question. I'm talking about even bad trades. You look at the trade setup, I'm like, damn, that wasn't the best trade. But because the time was right, it's chicken dinner. That's the difference. Taylor, what's going on? I need to charge this right here. This is about to cut off. I'll charge this. Hold on. Where's the charger? There it is. All right. Is that charging now? Yeah, it's charging. All right, cool. Otis said, knowing why you were trading and not trading should eliminate fear despite the environment. Excellent, Otis. Excellent. That matter of fact, yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up because you brought me back to the topic. I ain't even talk about that yet. Don said, damn, Mark, you working too hard, opening them eyelids to take a trade. KO trade. See, like, it's like when you free, you ain't on the clock. So because I ain't on the clock, my sleeping is all just wherever it is at the time. There's times where I go to sleep early. There's times where I go to sleep mad late. Sometimes I go to sleep mad early. So it varies. So unless I know that I have something to do or somewhere to be at a certain time, I don't even care. I just go to sleep when I feel like going to sleep. So like I said, I had took the trade and then laid back down. I was like, let me just lay down, for a minute. And a minute was 3 hours. A minute ended up being 3 hours. So it is what it is. SpongeBob. In a fast environment, you have to be aware of the commitment that the trade will not reverse on you. And then this also applies in a slow environment where the trade does not transition to fast at the end. The first part that you said, 100% solid. In a fast environment, you have to be aware of the commitment so that the trade will not reverse on you. Absolutely. Then he says it also applies in a slow environment where the trade does not transition into speed at the end. And not necessarily, because you can be in a slow environment and there doesn't have to be any further movement at all, or there can be movement. But if there is movement because you've identified the intent of the movement and you're in the right time, like you're in the correct timing in the market at that time, even if there's movement, it's going to be in the right direction because the market should already be positioned if a trade comes in that environment. You see, it's like putting pieces of a puzzle together and connecting dots. So you just need to be aware of the environment that you're in so that you know how to properly interpret the behavior in the environment. That's what it is. And the reason, so let me just talk a little bit about the topic today. The topic being which market environment is best. Is fast or slow better? And of course, the answer to that is that neither one is better, but a lot of it has to do with what you are naturally doing, I would say. Some people have a much clearer and a more vivid understanding when things are slowed down. I would say most people do. Now, some people also can understand things when things are sped up. They can function at a faster pace. There's some people that thrive in faster environments. Like, you know how you go to school and some of the kids in the class, it's like, damn, they just straight A students. Just boom, boom, boom. No matter what the teacher assigns, it'd be all difficult to you. They finished it already. They finished the assignment and the class is still in session. That type of shit. Because they're used to moving at a faster pace. It's not that they're smarter than you. They can comprehend things faster than you. That's the difference. So some people are like that. And I would say that whatever you naturally gravitate to is what's best for you. Also, I would say that as your understanding of what we do elevates, you understand how to recognize both. And it may still be better for you to pick one to focus on, if that makes sense. So instead of you just like doing both or engaging in both, you don't have to do that just because you understand them. If you would rather focus on one, focus on one. That way you can have a one-track mind. For me, two is one. I don't see the difference between the two. Like, does that make sense? But that's a level that you achieve just over time and experience, where you don't even recognize the difference. This is why I had to slow down just to pinpoint what it was that I was doing in the first place. I'm like, oh, you know what? They're gonna say, wow, it was moving fast. And I'm like, but that's not the point. Like, that's not the point of me taking the trade at that time. What was the point of me taking the trade? The market was stable. All right, we need to get to that. Let's get a clear understanding of that part. And then that's how I was able to build on the extension and the expansion that we do now. So it gets good, man. It gets good. But I definitely would say it's better to choose one. So whatever you determine as being better, then that's what you go with. In my opinion, it's better for you to choose one and stick to one. And garden the forbidden fruit. Bob, is fast not easier to trade than slow? Because fast moves away from the strike and gives more confidence, whereas slow you are not sure if it will remain? Absolutely not. Fast is not easy. This is a good question, Bob. That's a very good question. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good question. It's not easier because the market is fast. This is good too because I've discussed this many times on these lives, a lot of times. I don't know which one, so don't ask. But fast ain't better because it's easier. It's not easier because there are instances where the market is moving fast now. But before the end of that binary, it continues to move fast, but now it's coming back in the opposite direction of where it was going. So you're associating speed with direction. But you need a better association for speed because speed hides the actual behavior of the movement. If it's hiding the movement, that's letting you know, wait, damn, did you see what it did at the end? Or did you see how it like reversed and when it started coming back? Just as fast as it went up, it came down as fast as it went up. And next thing you know, you got a wick on the candle, a long one. So speed is not easier. Definitely not. That's a good question. Very good question. Speed is not easier because speed can hide the actual behavior in the market. And if you're betting on or banking on speed, and that's it, that means that your decision making is based on the fact that the market was moving fast in a particular direction at the time, but you don't understand what the actual behavior was that was present in the speed. And that right there is the difference. See, that's the difference between us and everybody else. So even when you look at speed and you're like, oh, well, it's easier to trade when the market's moving fast. That is not true. There is no easier to trade. First of all, let's get that clear. So when you're trading, the question is, are you winning? Are you profitable? If you're not profitable, then there's something that you're not seeing. It's not because, oh, well, I tried to trade in a slow environment and I lost. No, you tried to trade in a slow environment without understanding behavior and you lost. Jewels. These is diamonds I'm giving you, man. Torre, what's good? Tracy, what's up? Sadiq said, for me, once you understand what disqualifies a trade, Mark's rule becomes clear in fast and slow environments. It's the same. Salute, kind sir. Salute. Otis said, the confidence lies in the correct observation and study of the market. You can get slapped slow or fast.
Down the Mongo, down the Mongo.
Yo, that's hard. Woo. You can get slapped slow or fast. Man. Sean says, from what I understand from you, you don't separate the two of slow and fast markets. You see and overstand stability and receive its fruit from your labor. 301 to repeat. What?
I'm focused, man.
Come on, Sean. Oh.
Down the Mongo, down the Mongo.
IG went off. I'm going to come back over there. That was hard. Sean hit it on the head, man. Sean hit it on the head. There we go. Stop sliding like that, man. Think you want a ski slope? Cut it out. All right, IG's back. That was hard. John, behavior is hard to see when a trade can change any second. John, the question is, how can a trade change any second? And let's go deeper than that. How can the movement during a binary change any second? Because what you're saying is hard to see is what behavior is. So it's not that behavior is hard to see, it's that you don't really fully understand how to see behavior. Does that make sense? Behavior is not hard to see when you learn how to recognize it. And if you can recognize the behavior, you can recognize the timing of the behavior. You can recognize stability. You can recognize transition into stability, transition out of stability. You know the nuances. This comes through observation and study. You have to be able to learn how to be patient when you're observing and give yourself time to understand and comprehend what you're looking at. If you don't do that, you'll never understand. So, all right, I see your back over here. Sadiq, Kalisha. Melanie said, behavior is not hard to see when you know what you're looking at. Literally what I just said. We here. John, how is stability present and fast when it is moving? Stability makes sense for slow environments. Stability is present in fast markets as well, John. 100%. Which is part of the confusion that people have when it comes to fast versus slow. which is exactly why I brought this up. Because you get confused very easily when you can't comprehend the difference. It's just like if all you're seeing is slow, fast, your understanding is limited to pace. It's limited to speed. You can't even comprehend beyond that. So you classify everything as slow or fast. The same way that people classify everything as up or down. Buy or sell. Was it a buy or was it a sell? There is comprehension that you can achieve that elevates you to the point where you realize that the market and understanding the way that it moves even transcends direction. In other words, direction doesn't even matter. Direction is not bigger than your comprehension. The direction of the market, like where it's going, where is not even bigger than why. See, because we understand why. You trying to figure out where. It doesn't matter where. Why determines where. Whoa. Why determines where. So while you trying to figure out where is it going, you're making a prediction because you're anticipating where, and that's what you're basing your decision to trade on. Oh, this is setting up for a buy. We don't even talk like that. You don't even hear me talk like that. I'm not even saying, oh, this is setting up for a buy or sell. One thing that you will hear me say is, let's see where the market is positioned. Now that's big. Because what position means when the market is stable, that represents the right time right there. The actual meaning of the position of the market when it is stable is everything. Come on, man. Intent of the movement, commitment of the movement, follow through, continuity, continuation. These are terms that are backed up by stability. When the market is stable, each one of those will prove to be the case. When the market commits to a direction, when it's stable, that's where it goes. That's where it stays. The intent of the movement determines where, which direction. Well, where's the intent? Is it up or down? Well, it doesn't matter which. It doesn't matter where. It's going to determine where. Oh, it decided it's down. Cool. That's where it's going to go. That's where it's going to stay. When it is stable. When it is stable. When it's not stable is when you get into trouble, and that's what you can't make the determination of. You don't know how to recognize that. You don't see that difference. Because of that, you get caught up in the wrong time. You don't get caught up in a bad trade. You get caught up in bad timing. And that's why you need to give yourself the time to learn how to recognize the market, not the trades, not the environment. Fast and slow has something to do with what the market is doing because the market is in an environment. Yes, it has a pace to it, but that's not the be all end all of the movement at all. At all. It's not the be all end all. What's way bigger than that is how the market is moving in the environment that it's in. And if you don't know what how means and what it looks like, that's when you're getting set up to be slapped all over the place. And that's what the market does to people. It tears them up. It's not because the market is picking you out like, I'm going to mess with you today. You want to get beat up today? I'll beat you up. It's not doing that. Your lack of understanding of the market is why you're going to lose. You don't understand. And the market don't have pity on you because you don't understand. It's your choice to trade. This is why I'm telling you to get out of trade mode. Stop trying to take trades all the time. You trying to trade. You need to learn how to observe. This is a hard lesson for a lot of people. People don't like to hear what I'm saying because you can't get the money out your head. But you're putting the money before the process, and you can't do that. Can't do it. Otis said behavior is not hard to see when you have proper training and are patient and are guided by the market. Obedience. Lulu said obedience is better than sacrifice. Lulu gets another Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco.
You talking about woohoo? Gary said there's different types of stability you need to observe more to see. Oh, we ain't even gonna do that, Gary. See what it is that what Gary just said. He said there's different types of stability. What he's really saying is that there are different ways to see stability manifest. It manifests in different ways. But stability is stability. There is no questioning whether it's stable or not. It's like wet versus dry. Like, wait, it's kind of dry. What does kind of dry mean? It means it's wet. It's a little wet, but it's wet. That's like saying, oh, it's kind of dry. Is it wet or not? Yeah, it is. It's wet. It's not that wet. You see, it's like that. So what I just gave you an analogy for is transition. Let the fan blow on it long enough and it'll be dry. Touch it again. Oh, it's dry now. No question about it. That's what stability is. You can't question if it is, because it either is or it's not. But just the fact that you know that it's kind of wet, you're beginning to understand. Oh, okay, it's kind of wet, so this just needs the fan to blow on it to make it dry. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you understand transition. It's like, all right, well, what is it going towards? Is it going towards stability or away from it? You need to be able to recognize that. And the better at that you become, the easier it becomes for you to wait for the right trade at the right time. Because the right trade is only the right trade because it's the right time. See, you thinking that there's a good trade. No. You can take a good trade at the wrong time and lose. You can take plenty of good trades at the wrong time. Mo said, just like knowing when your kids are about to act up through observation. Facts. Before they even do it. Like, nah, bro. Nope. Sadiq said, he said, all we do is turn non-believers into TA members. John said, you mean clean move compared to erratic? Go, yes. That's a good way to put it, John. Gary said, ranging tells you a lot about stability. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Ooh, that's hard. Jay Carly said, pretty much, but there's no effort in turning them. The vibe transforms them. Hard. Don said, understanding speed all comes down to understanding rhythm. Just like when you jump rope, you don't trip on the speed of the rope. It's the rhythm that trips you. Right. If you off beat, you'll trip jumping rope. Yep. Would you say in your old trading videos you were trading in stability and fast environment? At times, absolutely. Because there are different variations of that. So, just like I said a moment ago, if you can recognize what the market is presenting to you, you know how to trade it. Like you can figure out how to trade based on what the market is doing. You can do that all day. Question is, do you want to do that? I didn't want to do that. I was already doing it. And I didn't want to do that because it was just too much going on, one, and it was too much trading. I didn't want to trade that much. I value my time more than that. I don't want to just be trading and being in front of the charts all day. I don't want to do that. I want to do that less. So this is where we at now. J. Carly said the vibe also transforms us through each stage we must go through to reach freedom. Facts.
Down the Marco. Down the Marco.
Josh said because it didn't look very stable as it moved up and down a lot. That's what I'm talking about as far as behavior. And that's what I mean. There were different variances of what I was doing at the time. That's why I said that compared to what I used to do, which was a lot more, I decided to do much less. So you begin to see the transition just from my old way of doing things when I did trade to what I do now. Total difference. Even now when I'm in a trade where the market's moving faster, the movement is different. You'll see it. You clearly see it. So if I'm in a slow environment or a fast environment, it doesn't matter. 99% of the trades that you see me in, clear winners. Some of them might come close, but 99% of them, clear winning trades. That's why you need mindset, because patience allows you to wait for the right condition in the market to be present. And the condition just simply being a stable market environment. Stable, not fast or slow. Ozzy, a loan at the bank can take 30 years to pay off, but if you rob a bank, you'll be out in 10 years. He said follow MW for more financial advice. Ozzy, I don't even know what you're talking about. That just sounded funny though. He said a loan take 30 years to pay off, but if you rob a bank, you get 10 years. That's funny. Gary said, yeah, you could almost see it coming. Observation is king. Right. J. Carly says, sound like you in training. Oh, you talking about John, right? Yeah, I don't think John is in training though. John Williams? I don't think John is in training. John, have you ever been in training? He might have though. He might have. J. Carly said, kind of wasn't prepared for so many stages though of self. It's infinite. The stages of self is forever. It's like it's a forever process. That's why we have to deal with the forever and no mindset, because you're not here trying to figure out everything. You just are here to find stability within what you're doing. See? That's the key. If you find stability within what you're doing, then you don't got to figure everything out. Same thing happens in the market. You find stability, you don't need to be in the best trade all the time. Whoa. Jermaine, what's up? Sadiq said Lulu on the wing for the slam. He said that you was on the wing for the slam. That's basketball talk. Like an assist? Like an alley-oop? Yeah, early. John, yes, it's much smoother when you trade in slightly fast. I have noticed that you trade different now. I actually don't trade different, but you're noticing the differences. That that's what I'm trying to explain. It's not that I'm trading different. I'm trading the same, but you're seeing me navigate in a different environment in the market altogether because I only remain in one focused thing, which is stability. So you'll see a variation of different environments. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's somewhere in between. If you're looking or you're measuring how fast the market is moving at the time. But it has more to do with how the market is moving versus how fast it's moving. It has more to do with the intent of the movement, the commitment of the movement. You see? That's the difference. Anthony P, what's happening? Yep, thank God for the replay, right? Liza, what's happening? John said, no, I've been watching your videos, coming to view that I need to join, but trying to educate myself to be better prepared, if that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Have you been watching 301 Mindset? Come on, John. Have you been watching 301 Mindset? It's going to tell me everything about what you're doing. Pressure. Put John under pressure. Sadiq, the same way that the protocol saves us from a bad trade, at the same time, the protocol covers you in dark waters. Yes, it does. Oh, come on, John. He said he ain't see 301 Mindset yet. Oh, John. Hate to have to do it, but I gotta bring it back, man. You know what I'm about to do. I gotta bring it back. Hold on. John made me bring it back, man. He said, what am I doing? I gotta do it. He said he ain't watched 301 Mindset. Uh-oh. Come on, John. Come on, John. Stop it. No, that is funny though. We ain't do the Price is Right horn in a minute. No, but seriously, so John, the 301 Mindset video, Charles said off with his head. Yo, y'all are insane for that. He said, now that's funny. He said you have too many videos to get through. You know what? I'm gonna give you Don DeMarco for that because you ain't lying about that.
Don DeMarco.
You ain't lying about that.
Don DeMarco.
No, but John, the 301 Mindset video is gonna help you a lot because you're asking good questions, but I think that you're asking too many trade questions. And you need to understand things more so from the perspective of the market, not trades. So your mindset has to be conditioned to be in alignment with the market instead of looking at trades. When you make that shift, and this is what 301 Mindset is going to help you to do. Like 301 Mindset, and then there's another video that we watch in training. We literally only watch 2 trainings every day. That's how we train. It's 2 trainings on repeat every day. You need your mindset to be conditioned, and you need to understand the framework for what we do in the market. You can't execute the process and the framework if you don't have patience, discipline, and focus. So you need your mindset to do it. You see, like, you understand what I'm saying? You need your mindset to do it. He said, what's the difference between the market and trades? We trade the market. You trade the market. We don't trade the market. The market brings trades to us. I'm about to walk off. The walk off is coming. Gary hit it on the head. He said, don't shortcut the training. Train right the first time. Listen, that's all you need to know. John, it's good to see you again. I know I've seen you before here, but we'll see you in training soon, I'm sure. 301 Mindset, that's on the channel. Matter of fact, let me get the video for you right now. Because he said it's too many videos for him to be messing around with it. He said you got too many videos to get through. Which is not a lie, that's the truth. There it is, right there. So John, this is the link right here for the video. Right there in the chat. You see that? That's 301 Mindset. Watch that. Watch that. Liza said, we observe what the market shows. That's it. That's it. And like Gary said, don't shortcut the training. Train right the first time. All right, I'm out.
Down the Marco. Down the Marco.